So, this is a trash can. I haven't been able to eat in days. I'm puking in a trash can. Or should she dry heaving? See it? Slimy shit on the can. Dry heaving up stomach acid. I have to try to cook on the floor because I can't stand up. You guys have seen the black urine samples and the injury pictures and the scars on my face and the falls, and the Ring camera footage shows me crawling down the stairs for years now just to smoke a cigarette and do things I want to do. Keep that in mind. This doesn't go away when I want to do something by myself. No, everybody in town sees it if I have to do something for myself that I want to do. And I get mad. Of course I do. I'm crawling like a baby in public because my doctors don't want to help me. Like, for instance, yesterday, I couldn't get off the ground. And I was stuck. So an ambulance picked me up. I had to beg them to run one little test. Now, normally, when somebody's pissing black, last year they bled into their testicles. You got proof of this. The person's been complaining, having to crawl around, and they have hundreds of witnesses to him hurting in extreme pain. Usually after a year, they run more than just 2 CT scans in a year. But that's what we've run. That's the real testing that my doctors think is necessary. 8 months ago, 1 CT scan. And then last night, 1 CT scan that no GI doctor is allowed to look at. And don't forget, the GI specialists and many other doctor specialists have made it clear that almost every patient they have ever had come in has made the same statement as me, that the emergency room did not see anything and did not look at the testing properly. And then when the specialists saw the testing, they see what's wrong. This is very common in the medical industry. But don't forget, it takes me a year to get the doctors to do 1 test. So I'll probably be on dialysis before the doctors run even an ultrasound. Then after I'm on dialysis and they run an ultrasound, it'll probably take them a year to do another dialysis treatment. So I'll be dead long before I ever get help. Or maybe they'll finally help me after all my kidneys are shut down, my liver doesn't work, and I can't move anymore and I'm paralyzed. Yeah, then the doctors will help me. Or maybe they won't. If they won't help me this sick, they probably won't. They'll probably leave me to just lay there dying and then beat me because I won't get off property. That's probably what will happen. I have literally been thrown on the ground by security because they think I'm just fucking around. And then I get scratched up, hurt, I can't move. They're fucking with me some more. No man should have to get abused because he's injured. And that's what this is. This is abuse. When you throw a grown man on the ground because he's hurt, that's abuse. I don't care one bit if you guys are mistaken about a condition because you guys haven't run testing. Okay, so 12 years ago, you have reports that I'm a shit-faced liar from my mother. From 20 years ago, you got crazy reports that I'm crazy, that I'm a hypochondriac, or my mother makes me sound like a hypochondriac. Or because I keep on going to the doctors asking for help, that one doctor a long time ago when I was homeless put me as a hypochondriac. Who fucking knows? Who fucking knows why they won't run testing after a year of pissing black, bleeding into my testicles, screaming in pain, crawling in public, having hundreds of witnesses be scared for my life. And I'm not asking them to. I don't want anybody to see me in this condition. I am rip shit pissed that I had to be this embarrassed and have my mental health affected because doctors choose to play around and not test me. Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with you. What testing have you run? Nothing. Who has seen me? Nobody. So if no doctors have seen me, you have not run no testing whatsoever, and you've only done 1 CT scan in the last year while I was bleeding into my testicles internally, then tell me, how will you know shit? How do you fucking know shit if you haven't tested and the doctor hasn't spent time monitoring me or looking at me? Tell me that. Oh, you don't know. Oh, yeah, I can give you an answer. You don't know, and you're full of shit. That's why. The doctors are full of shit. You have to monitor a patient and run tests before you know their condition. As soon as they do that, they will see plenty. They'll see something wrong with my kidneys because people don't piss black for nothing. They'll also see something wrong with the GI because people don't feel a dripping inside, have a bruise mark on their GI that goes away, and piss black for 3 days, and then have a kidney pain appear after. Don't forget, I have hepatitis, but yet the hospital says my hepatitis is fine, so they cannot treat. Every time I go in to get my hepatitis treated and my blood tested, they say my liver and my hepatitis is fine. Everything is fine. But yet they haven't tested my hepatitis in a year. They haven't done any testing except for a CT scan, one of them in a whole entire year. And the doctor has never come in and actually monitored my condition or tried to get a lot of new testing done. Meanwhile, I'm in the hospital. No, they've never done any of that. Meanwhile, my insurance plays game. And don't forget, my GI just denied a CT scan after a year of this shit. And I'm video recording this, so when I am on dialysis and dying, I will be coming back because I might have to hitchhike across country just to get medical care. I'm not kidding. I'm not fucking kidding. I might have to hitchhike across to Florida, get myself injured because of my seizure disorder, my 25 years of suffering. I'll get lots of injuries on the way. When I'm finally there, my head will be bloody, my body will be black, I'll still be pissing black, and then I'll have to forget my name and piss black in front of the doctors in Florida. The doctors in Florida can run at least 3 tests in a row. They'll see something wrong with me after a couple bits of testing. Then when they see how fucked up I really am, they'll say, oh my God, black urine, insides do not look good on these testing. We've had them for 30 days. We've run 30 days of testing. Oh my God, is this guy fucked up? He's shaking. He has a nervous system issue. He has head injuries. He's pissing black. He's in extreme pain. He can't walk. How the fuck does somebody get to this condition without help? Oh, well, let me give you my name now that you treated me. My kidneys are better because I want to make sure you guys can bill me. What? You remember your name? Yeah, I do. The real reason why I didn't give you my name is because I've been spending 8 years getting malpracticing, my health getting worse. Now that you guys treated the black urine, figured out what was wrong with my kidneys, and helped me with the GI, I want to hug you in Florida and say thank you. Okay, now that we're done with that, I got to give you my name so you can bill me for everything you did. Well, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I had a head injury, so it was a little hard to remember stuff. And I wanted to make sure you guys treated me and made sure you found what was wrong. I'm not a hypochondriac. I hate doctors. I hate going to them. And I usually handle my own health issues myself. So I've never, ever been a hypochondriac in my life. I've never even, I stitch myself up when I have a big gash bleeding. And I'm the one who gets other people to the hospital, like the 19-year-old, the guy who had the hernia, my roommate. I know when something's serious, and I know when something can be treated at home, and I know when somebody's a hypochondriac. That I'm definitely not that. If people are lazy and don't want to do their jobs, then yeah, that's different. And a long time ago, people didn't want to do their jobs and started fucking with my medical records. A long time ago, like 20 years ago, people fucked up and committed fraud with my medical records. And now I get malpracticed over and over and over. I go to the emergency room with serious, life-threatening symptoms, and they don't even run a single test. They play fucking games with me, and then they release me to crawl home sometimes. Now, I do got to admit, after begging and crying for a ride, so I didn't have to crawl, I did get home. But no man should have to beg and crawl after running no test, after going to the emergency room. These guys are fucking jokers. I even have to repeat the same goddamn conversation 5 times. First, I got an EMT, then I got a cop, then I got the fucking landlord, then I got maintenance. What am I, a fucking sideshow to you people? That's how people treat me, like a fucking sideshow. I want to just knock their fucking nose in sometimes, but I'm too hurt on the ground to break these people. and then I calm down, and I'm still hurt, and then I go to another doctor, and then I want to break their nose again because they're treating not well. And they don't. If an old person comes in complaining of kidney damage that can't walk and doesn't have a cane, you're telling me you're gonna make them crawl home? You're telling me that people that piss black and bleed internally into their testicles a year ago, the testicle thing was a year ago, it's not happening anymore, and the urine is off and on from last month. But this has all been proven on video in a legal way that's good enough to prescribe opiates. I have now proven it in a way that's good enough for the courts and good enough to prescribe controlled substances and opiates, and they still play games. I have proven my case. I've proven my illnesses that are visual, and they still want to play games. They want to, play games, wait months to get an appointment, fucking play around, release you before they see anything or run tests. Fuck this shit. I'll go down the floor to get treatment, and then I'll be right back up to give these motherfuckers a piece of my mind. Because I have to stay near Massachusetts to treat my neurological condition. But that doesn't mean I can't treat my GI and kidneys all the way down in Florida, and I know they will too. I know for a fact Florida will treat me as long as I don't give them their name and they start looking at my black piss first. As soon as the doctors see all the black piss, all the things wrong with me, and then they start looking at some testing, they will find a bunch wrong, and then I can give them my name, and then they'll say, wow, those doctors were fucked up there, huh? Hey, it's New Hampshire. They don't give a shit if you die or live. I mean, I fucking hate doctors. I'm the opposite of a hypochondriac. I never tell anybody about my illnesses or sicknesses. I wait too long. I work while injured, and these motherfuckers want to play games when I show up. If Zach shows up at the doctor's, he's already past the point of no return. He's already bleeding black and pissing black and having all these weird shit happen to him. If Zach's at the hospital, then he's already in oh my god mode. And the fact that the doctors aren't running testing and playing games, and I've already been down there 14 times in the last year with only one CT scan done and bullshit. And then don't forget the doctor sees me sometimes at none at all or for 15 minutes, and then they've had me crawl home on the street while cars run over me or fucking shit like that. Nobody else does this. Nobody else goes through this. And I need an attorney, and I need to go to Florida to get treated. And nobody should have to go hitchhike across country just to treat a very, very simple kidney condition. And not just that, I'll be back. I gotta come back to treat myself. I cannot give up.